Begin when you're ready.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
Yes.
What's your name?
Millie.
And how do you spell Millie?
Millie.
And what's your last name?
Harrill.
And how do you spell Harrill?
Harrill.
And Millie, did you ever go by the name Millie Place?
Yes.
How old are you, Millie?
7.
You're 7. And when's your birthday?
October 4th.
Do you have any plans for your birthday yet? No? So I'm going to see this lady right here in front of you. She's taking down everything I say, everything you say. So when you answer, you're going to have to use your voice, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So let's try that again. Do you have any plans for your birthday?
No.
Perfect, okay. And what grade are you going into?
2nd.
Second. Okay. And what fun things have you done this summer?
We went swimming.
Okay. And who do you live with?
Mommy.
Mommy, And who else is in your house?
My 2 little sisters.
And do you have a favorite color?
Yellow.
Yellow. And what kind of fun things do you do when you're not in school?
We play outside.
Play outside. Do you like going to gymnastics?
Yes.
What kind of things do you do in gymnastics?
We do cartwheels.
Cartwheels. And how about, can you do a split?
Yes.
On both sides or one side?
One side.
One side. Are you working on the other side?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes.
Millie, do you know why you're here today? Yes?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And why are you here today?
To talk about stuff.
To talk about stuff? Okay. What stuff are you here to talk about? Well, let me ask you another way. Was there a time that you lived with Jennifer and Joseph Rosenbaum?
Yes.
Okay. When you lived with Jennifer and Joseph Rosenbaum, did anyone else live with you?
Layla.
Who's Layla?
My sister.
Was Layla older than you or younger than you?
Younger.
When you lived with Jennifer and Joseph Rosenbaum, how old were you?
5.
5, okay. And do you remember how old Layla was?
2.
And when you lived with Jennifer Rosenbaum, what did you call Jennifer Rosenbaum?
Miss Jennifer.
Miss Jennifer. And when you lived with Joseph Rosenbaum, what did you call Joseph? Do you remember? No?
No.
Okay. So when we're talking in court today, when I say Miss Jennifer, you know we're talking about Jennifer Rosenbaum? Okay. And when I say Joseph, I'll be talking about Joseph Rosenbaum. Okay? Does that work for you? Yes?
Yes.
Now, when you lived with Miss Jennifer and Joseph, did you have your own bedroom?
No.
Who did you share a bedroom with?
Layla.
Layla. And what do you remember about your bedroom?
We had bunk beds.
Did you like the bunk beds?
Yes.
Do you remember anything else you had in your room? No?
No.
And do you remember what was on the front door of the house?
A sign that had an R on it.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
You may.
Millie, I'm going to show you this picture. It has a sticker on it. It says States Exhibit 105. Do you know what that's a picture of?
The house.
And what is on the, when you say the house, what house are you talking about?
The house that I used to live in.
And who lived in that house with you?
Layla,
And who else lived in that house?
Jennifer, and Joseph.
And now I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 6. And do you recognize the picture?
Yes.
And how do you recognize it?
It's the door.
The door of what?
The house.
The house? Okay. And what house was that?
The house that we used to live in.
And you say used to live in. Who lived in the house?
Jennifer, me, Layla, and Joseph.
Your Honor, at this time I tender State's Exhibits 105 and 106 into evidence and ask permission to publish. Now I put 105, and is this the house you said you lived in with Joseph and Jennifer?
Yes.
And now 106. You see the picture behind you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And is that the front door?
I don't know.
Do you recognize what's on the front door?
Yes.
Okay. And how do you recognize it?
I saw it
And you saw it where?
on the door.
The door of what?
The house.
Okay. And what house?
The house that we used to live in.
Is that the house you lived in with Joseph and Jennifer?
Yes.
Now, when you lived with Joseph and Jennifer, was there anything you liked about it?
Yes.
And what did you like?
That the front door was red.
Front door was red. Okay. Was there anything else you liked?
No.
Was there, when you lived with Joseph and Jennifer, was there anything you didn't like?
Yes.
What are some of the things you didn't like?
Because the bathroom was really small.
The bathroom was really small. And did you ever have a party at Noah's Ark?
Yes.
Did you like the party?
Yes.
What was the party for?
My 5th birthday?
5th birthday? Could it have been your 4th birthday?
Yes.
Now, when you were living with Joseph and Jennifer, would you take a bath, a shower, or something else?
A bath.
A bath. And when you took a bath, did you take it with Layla or by yourself?
With Layla.
And would someone be in the bathroom to help Layla take her bath?
Yes.
Would Jennifer help you and Layla take baths?
Yes.
Would Joseph ever help with the baths?
He helped with Layla's bath.
He helped with Layla's bath. And how come you didn't help with your bath?
I don't know.
Could you do your own bath?
Yes.
How about, could you dress yourself when you were living with Jennifer and Joseph?
Yes.
What about Layla? Could she dress herself?
No.
If Layla couldn't dress herself, who would help Layla dress herself?
Jennifer.
Would Joseph ever help Layla dress herself?
Yes.
Now, when you went to bed, did someone put you to bed, help you go to sleep?
Yes.
And who helped you go to sleep?
Jennifer.
Would Joseph ever help you go to sleep?
Sometimes.
This might be a silly question, but when you took a bath, did you have any clothes on?
Yes.
You had clothes when you took a
I mean,
bath?
no.
Okay. How about Layla when she took a bath? Did you have any clothes on?
No.
And when Layla was getting they helped Layla get dressed, Did she have any clothes on?
No.
Did Layla wear panties or a diaper or something else?
A diaper.
Diaper. And what about you? Did you wear a diaper?
Panties.
Panties. When you were living with Jennifer and Joseph, did you ever see Jennifer and Joseph fighting?
No.
Did you ever see Jennifer and Joseph arguing?
No.
When you lived there, did you ever hear Jennifer and Joseph arguing?
No.
When you lived with Jennifer and Joseph, did Jennifer ever talk loudly?
Yes.
When you lived with Jennifer and Joseph, did Joseph ever talk loudly?
Yes.
When Jennifer was talking loudly, who would she talk loudly to?
Me and Layla.
And how come she was talking loudly to you and Layla?
Because she was mad.
And how come she was mad? Let me ask you this. What would Jennifer get mad at Layla about?
A lot of things.
A lot of things? And when Jennifer would get mad at Layla about a lot of things, what kind of things were those, Millie? You can turn and look at me over here a little bit. What kind of things would Jennifer get mad at Layla about? Millie, you said Jennifer would get mad at Layla about a lot of things. Do you know what those things were?
I know that she got mad at her for a lot of things, but I don't really know what they were.
Okay. And when Jennifer got mad at you, what did she get mad at you about?
Me not getting dressed fast enough.
Millie, when you wouldn't get dressed fast enough and Jennifer was angry, what would happen?
I would get a spanking.
And when you would get a spanking, where on your body would you get a spanking?
On my butt.
And when you got a spanking on your butt, what did Jennifer use to give you a spanking?
Her hand.
Would Jennifer use anything else to give you spankings?
A belt.
Would Jennifer use anything else to give you spankings other than a belt and her hands?
No.
And when Jennifer gave you spankings with a belt, where would you be in the house?
In her room.
And when Jennifer would give you spankings in her room, where would Joseph be?
He would be like all over the house.
He would be all over the house. Would he ever be in Jennifer's room when you got spankings?
Yes.
What did Joseph do in Jennifer's room when you were getting spankings?
Nothing.
When did Layla ever get spankings?
Yes.
And who gave Layla spankings?
Jennifer.
And what did On what part of Layla's body did she get spankings?
Same place.
Same place as you?
Mhm.
Is that the butt?
Yes.
Is that the butt you said?
Yes.
And when Layla got spankings, what room did Layla get spankings in?
The same room.
Is that Jennifer's room?
Yes.
And when Layla would get spankings in Jennifer's room on the butt, what would Jennifer use?
Same things.
Is that the hand and the belt?
Yes.
And when Layla was getting spankings, where would Joseph be?
In the room.
And what would Joseph do?
Nothing.
Would Joseph say anything?
No.
Was Joseph awake?
Yes.
Now, would Joseph ever spank?
No.
Would Joseph ever spank Lyd?
No.
Now, what would you get in trouble about at Jen and Joseph's house? Let me ask you this one. What kinds of things did Jennifer not want you to do? I'm going to ask you a different way, okay? Was there anything, did you ever go on car rides with Joseph and Jennifer?
Yes.
And when you went on car rides, was there something that you weren't supposed to do in the car?
Sleep.
How come you weren't supposed to sleep?
I don't know.
When you went on car rides with Joseph and Jennifer, what are the things Layla wasn't supposed to do?
Yes.
And what were those things?
Sleep in the car.
What would happen if you slept in the car?
You would get a spanking.
And did you ever get a spanking for sleeping in the car?
Yes.
Did Layla ever get a spanking for sleeping in the car?
Yes.
And when you got the spankings from sleeping in the car, where were you? What room did it happen or place?
In her room.
You said her room. Is that Jennifer's room?
Yes.
And did Joe know about you not? Did Joe know you weren't supposed to sleep in the car?
Yes.
Now, how did the spankings feel to your body?
It hurt.
When you got the spankings to your body, were your clothes on or off or something else?
Sometimes they were on, sometimes they were off.
Sometimes when you got spankings, would the belt touch your skin?
Yes.
Now, when Layla got spankings, were her clothes on or off or something else?
Same thing.
Same thing. When Layla got spankings, would the belt sometimes touch her skin?
Yes.
Did Layla ever hurt her leg when you were living with the Rosenbaums?
Yes.
Do you know how she hurt her leg?
In gymnastics?
Gymnastics? And were you there when she hurt her leg at gymnastics?
Yes.
And who told you her leg got hurt at gymnastics?
I don't remember.
Did Layla have to have a cast on her leg?
Yes.
How come she had to have a cast on her leg?
Because she broke it.
And how did she broke it, do you know?
She fell off a gymnastics bar.
And did someone tell you that's how she broke her leg?
Yes.
Who told you that?
Girl, that's why you can ask and answer. She said she didn't remember.
Hello.
You can tell us who told you that. Let me ask you this. Did Layla tell you that's how she hurt herself?
No.
Did Joseph tell you that?
No.
Did Jennifer tell you that?
No.
Do you remember who told you that?
No.
Now, you went to the hospital one day?
Yes.
Do you remember the day that Layla died?
Yes.
And on that day, did you go to the hospital?
Yes.
Now, right before you went to the hospital, where were you?
At the house.
When you say at the house, was that Jen and Joseph's house?
Yes.
And what were you doing at the house before you went to the hospital?
Eating.
And what was Layla doing?
Eating.
And who was in the house when you were eating?
Jennifer.
Where was Joseph?
He was in the house too.
Okay. And when you said you were eating, and then what happened when you were eating?
I went upstairs.
And what did you do upstairs?
I watched TV.
Do you remember what you watched on TV?
Paw Patrol.
And when you went upstairs to watch TV, were you done eating?
Yes.
And when you were upstairs watching TV, did you hear anything downstairs?
No.
What is the next thing you remember after, what's the next thing you remember after watching Paw Patrol?
Jennifer told me to come downstairs.
When she told you to come downstairs, did she come up and get you, or did she just use her words?
She used her words.
Where was Jennifer when she told you to come downstairs?
At the bottom of the stairs.
And when Jennifer told you to come downstairs, did you go downstairs?
Yes.
And when you went downstairs, where was Layla?
I don't remember.
And when you came downstairs, what did you do next?
We got in the car.
When you say we, who's we?
Jennifer and me.
And where did you go?
To the hospital.
Now when you were, I'm going to step back a little, you said you were eating earlier that night before you went to the hospital.
Yes.
Was Layla eating too?
Yes.
At that time, how did Layla eat? Did she use her hands, a fork and a spoon, or something else? Layla in a chair or a high chair or something else?
A high chair.
And where was Jennifer when she was by Layla?
She was helping her eat.
Was Jennifer sitting or standing or something else?
Sitting.
Now, how do you feel about talking about the day that Layla died?
Kinda sad.
And how do you feel talking about living at the Rosenbaums' house?
Same thing.
Do you like talking about living at the Rosenbaums' house?
No.
Do you remember ever going to a Miss Ann's office?
Yes.
And how did you feel about going to Miss Ann's office?
Good.
What kind of things would you do at Ann's office?
We talked about the same thing.
And what other things would you do?
She had a sandbox that I would play in.
When you said you would talk about the same thing, what thing would we talk? What thing do you mean?
About living at the Rosenbaums.
And do you still see Miss Ann?
No.
Do you instead see a Miss Donna?
Yes.
And does Miss Donna come to your house or do you go to her?
She comes to my house.
And what do you and Miss Donna do when she comes to your house?
We read books and we watch calming videos.
You read books and watch calming videos? And do you remember someone named Kaya Lambert?
Yes.
And who's Kaya Lambert?
Somebody that I used to live with.
Is she a child or an adult?
Adult.
And do you remember Miss Loretta Brown?
No.
Do you remember Lucas?
No.
Do you remember Michelle Chapman?
Yes.
Do you remember Anthony Chapman? Let me ask you this. Do you remember Michelle's husband?
No.
And do you remember Tiffany Shaw?
No.
Okay. And who is Peggy Banks?
My great-grandmother.
And what do you call her?
Nana.
Was there a time that you lived with Miss Nana?
Yes.
When you lived at Nana's, what kind of things would you do?
We would watch TV.
Would you do anything else at Nana's house?
I would play with the dollhouse.
Would Layla ever go to Nana's house with you?
Yes.
After you lived with the Rosenbaums, who did you live with next? If you remember.
I don't remember.
And now, do you like where you're living now?
Yes.
Do you like living with your sisters?
Yes.
Do you Now let me ask you this. You said that you had a bunk bed?
Yes.
And where in the bunk bed did you sleep?
On the top.
On the top? Did you always sleep on the top?
Yes.
And Layla, where would she sleep?
On the bottom.
Were there ever times Layla didn't sleep in the bunk bed?
No.
Were there ever times that you didn't sleep in the bunk bed?
No.
Would Layla ever get up at night and cry?
No.
No. What about you? Would you ever get up at night?
No.
When you took naps, where would you take naps?
On the bunk beds.
On the bunk bed? Would you take naps ever in the living room?
No.
Would you ever take naps or fall asleep in Jen's room?
No.
How about Layla? Did Layla take naps?
Yes.
And
No.
okay. Do you see Miss Joseph here in court today? If you need to stand up, you can.
Yes.
You do? Okay. And where is he? Witnesses identified Jennifer Rosenbaum. Okay, Millie, I have no more questions for you right now. But Miss Corrine might have some questions.
Okay? And Millie, I've got some questions to ask you.
Okay.
Okay? And I want you to answer me.
Yes.
And what are you doing now in gymnastics?
Cartwheels.
Do cartwheels?
No.
Do you remember trying to teach Layla how to do other gymnastics?
No.
No, you don't? What is that a picture of?
Layla going down the slide.
And who's beside her?
Me.
And who took you to the park? Did Miss Jennifer take you to the park?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. I'm going to show you what I've marked as exhibits 31, 33, 34, 35, and 36. Tell me, if you would, what those pictures are of.
The closet
The closet where?
at the house.
In whose room?
Ours. A mini kitchen. A train set. Another train set.
Another train set.
And then the bunk beds.
Are these all in your room at the Rosenbaums?
Yes.
Okay. Did you like your room at the Rosenbaums?
Yes.
Tender into evidence, defendants exhibit 33, 35, 36, 37, and 31. Stipulated dates of July 21st, 2015.
No, Judge.
If I may publish your own. Tell us what that is.
The closet.
And whose clothes and shoes are those?
Me and Layla's.
And who got those clothes for you? Do you remember?
No.
31. Now, what is this a picture of, Millie?
The bunk beds.
Okay. And do y'all like playing on the bunk beds?
Yes.
Okay, did you jump on the bunk beds?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. And sometimes, you slept on the bottom. Did sometimes Layla jump on the bottom bed as well as the top bed?
She only jumped on the bottom.
On the bottom bed. And several times, isn't it true, Millie, that she would bump up against this, correct? Against this ledge?
I don't remember.
Do you remember her saying that her head hurt when she bumped her head on the ledge?
No.
Do you remember Jennifer telling you not to jump on the beds?
No.
She told you it was okay to jump on the beds? Did she tell you it was all right to jump on the beds?
No.
No, okay. Tell me about what is in this picture, Millie.
A train set.
And what kind of a train set is that?
Some blocks.
Box. Did you like playing with that?
Yes.
And what do we see beside the train set?
The TV.
Okay, you had a TV in your room?
Yes.
And were you allowed to watch it?
Yes.
When were you allowed to watch it? Were you allowed to watch it any time?
No.
Were you allowed to watch it in the mornings when there were cartoons on?
I don't know.
And what is this a picture of?
The kitchen.
Okay, whose kitchen was that?
Me and Lila's.
Okay, and what's in front of the kitchen?
A shopping cart.
Okay, and who did that belong to?
Both of us.
Tell me, did anybody else live at the house with you? With the Rosenbaums? Did anybody ever come and stay?
No.
No? Did they have 2 dogs?
I don't remember.
You don't remember Ptolemy?
No.
Okay. I'm going to show you what I've marked as Defendant's Exhibit 40 and ask you if you can identify that.
That's me and Lila standing in front of the door.
Standing in front of what door?
The front door.
Front door, okay. At this time, I would tender Defendant's Exhibit 40 with a stipulated date of July 31st, 2015.
Excuse me, no objection.
Admitted.
May I publish it?
Yes.
Now, which one is you here, Millie?
The one closest to the door.
Okay. And what are you doing?
We were getting ready for bed.
Oh, okay. And that's what you slept in to go to bed?
Yes.
At this time, Your Honor, I would tender Defendant's Exhibit 40 with the stipulated date of July 31st, 2015.
It's been admitted.
May I publish?
Has 40 been admitted? It's been admitted. 40's been admitted. That's 40, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. I want to show you what's been marked as Defendants 42 and 43. And see if you can identify those.
It's me at a Chick-fil-A party. And then me and Layla are jumping on bouncy houses.
Okay, and where was the bouncy house? Do you remember?
There was a festival at Chick-fil-A.
Okay. And how did you get to the festival?
We drove.
You drove, okay. I would tender 42 and 43 into evidence with stipulated date of August 1st, 2015.
No objection.
Admitted 42 and 43.
May I publish?
Yeah.
Now, Millie, tell us, what is that on your face?
A butterfly.
Who put it there?
We got our face painted.
Did you ask for a butterfly?
Yes.
Did you like what you got?
Yes.
I'm going to show you the other picture. And what are you and Layla doing there?
Jumping on a bouncy house.
I want to show you what I marked as defendants 45, 46, and 47. Take a look at that and see if you can identify those pictures.
This is me and Layla standing by horses.
Mm-hmm.
This is us standing by a minion hay bale. And then Layla, I don't know what that machine is.
You don't know what that machine is, but what is Layla, who is it a picture of?
Layla.
Okay. At this time, I would tender into the record defendants 45, 46, and 47 with a stipulated date of September 19th, 2015.
No objection.
Admitted.
May I publish?
You may.
Millie, what was going on here?
We were standing by two horses
And do you know where that was?
at the petting zoo.
Okay, was that at the Fall Festival?
Yes.
And where did you get those dresses? Do you remember?
No.
What is this a picture of?
Layla.
And this?
That's a picture of me and Layla standing by a hay bale.
That's a hay bale? Why does he have just one eye?
I don't know.
Now, you talked about, you said that you had baths with Millie a lot, is that right? With Layla?
Yes.
Because who are you?
Millie.
Millie, okay. Look at numbers 50 and 56. 50, let me just show you 50 first and ask you, what is this a picture of?
Me at gymnastics.
Okay. And what is number 56 a picture of?
Me and Layla in the bathtub.
So at this time, I would tender into evidence defendants exhibit 50 and 56. 50 having a stipulated date of September 21st, 2015, and 56 having a date of October 4th, 2015.
No objection.
Admitted. You may publish.
I'm going to show you pictures, defendant's exhibit 60, 61, and 62. Let's see if you recognize that.
Me at my birthday party
And where was your birthday party?
at Noah's Ark.
What is,
Me getting ready to open presents. Me opening the presents.
I would tender into evidence 60, 61, and 62, all with dates of October 17th, 2015, and ask if I may publish.
No objection.
Admit. Admit.
What is that a picture of?
Me at my birthday party?
And who's standing with you? Do you know?
No,
You don't remember who those people are?
no.
Who is that a picture of?
Me standing by presents.
Okay. And what are you wearing, Millie?
An Elsa costume?
An Elsa costume. You like Elsa?
Yes,
Is she your favorite?
it used to be.
Used to be. Okay. Let me show you Defendant's Exhibit 61. What's going on in this picture?
I'm sitting getting ready to open presents.
And who's with you?
Nana.
And can you show us which one is Nana?
The one in the black. The one in the black sweater.
What is this picture again?
Me and Layla in the bathtub.
Okay. Now I want to talk to you a little bit about gymnastics. This is you at gymnastics, is that right?
Yes,
And what kind of things did you do at gymnastics there?
cartwheels.
You did cartwheels back then too?
Yes,
When you lived with the Rosenbaums?
yes,
Okay, so now do you do them really well?
yes.
Okay. What else did you do there?
We did somersaults.
Okay. Did you do tumbling?
Yes,
Did you hang on the bars?
yes.
I'm going to show you a number of pictures, and I want you to see if you can identify them for me.
Okay.
Okay? The first one I'm especially curious to know what it is. What is that?
It's me at a Grinch party.
It's you
And the Grinch.
and the Grinch. Who else is there? Who are you dressed as?
Cindy Lou Who.
You're Cindy Lou Who. So you're Millie Lou Who?
Yes.
Okay, and who's the other picture of?
Me on my bed.
In the other picture?
Me on my bed.
Thank you. At this time, I would tender into evidence defendants 51, 63, and 64, with dates of November of 2015 and September of 2015.
no objection, I'm just reporting the information.
Okay. What dates are tied to what pictures?
Okay. Defendant's Exhibit 51 is September 23rd, 2015. Defendant's Exhibit 64 is November 7th, 2015. And Defendant's Exhibit 63 is November 4th, 2015. Millie, let's look at these pictures, and you tell me, you look very happy there, right?
Yes.
What are you doing that's making you so happy? Were you just happy that day?
Yes.
Let's look at Defendant's Exhibit 64 and explain to us how that hair got the way it did.
We put a cup under it.
You put a cup, who's we?
Me and Nana.
You and Nana made it?
Yes.
Okay. And who did you go see the Grinch with?
Nana.
You went with Nana. You didn't go
Yes.
with Miss Jennifer? Maybe Miss Jennifer?
Maybe.
Did maybe Miss Jennifer put the cup on your head?
Maybe.
Okay. What is this a picture of?
Me sitting on my bed.
Okay, you look very happy in that picture too, right?
Yes.
Last photos I want you to look at are these four. And these are Defendant's Exhibit 30, Defendant's Exhibit 38, 39, and 65 and 66.
Me and Layla hunting for Easter eggs.
Where was that?
I don't know.
Does it look like maybe it's the backyard where you...
Yes. Layla getting a sucker. Me with a bike behind me.
And whose bike is that?
I don't know. But it could be mine.
It could have been yours. Did you know how to ride a bike?
No.
Did this bike have training wheels?
Yes.
And what's the last photo?
Me sitting in front of the house.
This time I would tender into the record Defendant's Exhibit 38 with a stipulated date of July 25th. Defendant's Exhibit 39 with a stipulated date of July 28th. Defendant's Exhibit 65 and 66 with the dates of November 11th, 2015.
No objection.
Admit. Admit.
So what's going on here, Millie?
Me and Layla are hunting for Easter eggs.
Okay, and what's that board that's standing up there? Do you know?
No.
Okay. What is this a picture of?
Layla eating a sucker.
Was that a bicycle you rode?
Yes.
So you knew how to ride that bicycle, right?
Yes.
And this is a picture of you outside?
Yes.
And who's sitting out there?
Layla.
And who else? Can you tell?
No.
No, no, that's all the questions I have at this time.
Okay, thank you. Anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You can step down.
And Your Honor, she's excused.
Any objection? She's excused. Let's go ahead and take our lunch break. And we'll come back at 1:15. 1:15.